see no changes. See you what you got. It's time for us as a people to start making some changes. Let's change the way we eat, let's change the way we live, and let's change the way we treat each other. You see, the old way wasn't working, so it's on us to do what we got to do.
I'm gonna get into this right away. Basically, they have all these people thinking that this rap artist hates that rap artist and so forth. Well, millions of youth around the world believe that this is so, but this can't be further from the truth. The truth is that these artists are all loyal to the same cause and know about the agenda that they are involved in. They are fully conscious and aware of what's going on. The rap game has become more of a business than ever before, in the sense that they will even create a fake beef to generate further sales. On the face of all this, you will have the labels such as Black Wall Street, who claims that they have signed rap artists to the game. On the other hand, you have another artist who is signed to Shady Aftermath Records, being 50 Cent. These two artists appear to have no business affiliation whatsoever, especially now that the game is not with Dr. Dre anymore, as a lot of people put it. The thing is, they're just milking you. This guy wants to have, like, he's got beef with this other bloke, this bloke has beef with him, a lot of controversy stirs up. They're best friends. If you take a deeper look, you will realise something that may be of interest to you. Black Wall Street is signed to Geffen Records, and Geffen Records is signed to Universal Records, while if you look at Shady Aftermath, you notice that they are signed to Interscope, who in turn are signed to Universal Records. Most people are unaware of this, and quite few actually know about this. For the record, Geffen Records is owned by David Geffen. David Geffen's parents are Russian-born Jewish immigrants that settled in New York, America. Interscope is owned by Jimmy Iovine, who is also a Jew. Who owns Universal Music, you ask? Doug Morris. Doug Morris is also a Jew. I personally believe that the image that is being sold to the millions around the world that listen to music is an image not only of pro-materialistic influence, but also of a desensitizing nature. You will find these elements not only in rap music, but all genres of music that these corporate companies distribute. These elements are not subliminal as some may have you believe. 15 years ago, if there was going to be a protest for a cause that you found significant in your life, you would get up and walk to the train station to go to the protest, no matter where the location was. That's if you didn't have a car. But that was back then, when everybody was still sensitive. Today, people have been brainwashed into thinking that nothing else is important except for themselves. I have witnessed this firsthand. For example, when America first invaded Iraq, there were over 500,000 people in and around Hyde Park, Sydney. Previously, 2 years ago, when Lebanon got invaded, the amount of people that attended the protest didn't even come close. There were thousands. The figures on the news here in Sydney were 20,000. The weather was fine on both occasions. When the Iraq protest was occurring, the weather was fine in Sydney, and when the Lebanese protest was occurring, the weather was fine in Sydney also. I even asked some mates about why they didn't go. Their responses were, they needed to make that cash, or I didn't have time cuz, got heaps of things to do, trying to make it out like they're caught in a hustle. They probably actually did believe that they were caught in a hustle. Is this the intention of these record labels, to actually desensitize the youth so that they become mentally weaker and are no longer a potential threat to these multi-billion-dollar corporate companies? The amount of money that 50 Cent and Game for that matter flash on music clips to make you feel the need for more cash doesn't even come close to the amount of money that Doug Morris makes. 50 Cent talks in the millions, that's true. It could even be loaned out to him, whereas Universal may want it back at a later time. But Doug Morris makes billions. And if you didn't know, there are 1,000 millions in a billion. Why do all these rap artists talk about killing one another when they are ultimately on the same record label? It's either that or something about being high or stacking money or who has knows. Now Dr. Dre and Snoop have videos that are basically pornos. Kanye West has a music clip where he has visual images which make the viewer think that he is against blood diamonds. However, if you listen to the lyrics, he isn't even talking about diamonds at all. The visual image contradicts the soundbite. It's deceiving. Lil Wayne is also a part of this sham. So is Jay-Z. What's really going on? All in all, these artists that appear to be at the top of the charts are actually selected by corporate companies that have monopolized the industry. They must follow certain protocols that are enforced upon them, otherwise they'll be thrown out. They are slaves to a system, but lie to you so that you can be used and make them money. The real pimp in an industry like this is not 50 Cent as he claims he is. Rather, it would be Doug Morris. So basically 50 Cent is getting pimped. Yes, 50 Cent is getting pimped. Be careful who you support. Are they supporting you? Or are they deceiving you? If you don't believe what I've been saying, well, okay, do a little research and see how far you go. Start off using Google. You will realize that the music industry is nothing but a money-making, mind-altering pyramid run by a handful. Till next time.
Let them understand.